Good morning. This is Father Stephen Kelly from St. John's Church in Detroit. We're continuing our series of daily morning meditations, where we generally look at one or another of the lessons that are assigned for morning or evening prayer, what is known as the Daily Office Lectionary. Today for Tuesday, let's take a look at the lessons assigned from the second book of Samuel. It's the lesson for morning prayer. We're on chapter 7, beginning at verse number 1. And it came to pass when the king sat in his house, and the Lord had given him rest round about from all his enemies. And the king said unto Nathan the prophet, See now, I dwell in the house of cedar, but the ark of God dwelleth within curtains. And Nathan said to the king, Go, do all that is in thine heart, for the Lord is with thee. And it came to pass that night that the word of the Lord came unto Nathan, saying, Go and tell my servant David, Thus saith the Lord, Shalt thou build me an house for me to dwell in? Whereas I have not dwelt in any house since the time that I brought up the children of Israel out of Egypt, even to this day, but have walked in a tent and in a tabernacle. And in all the places wherein I have walked with all the children of Israel, spake I a word with any of the tribes of Israel, whom I commanded to feed my people Israel, saying, Why build ye not an house of me, an house of cedar? Now therefore, so shalt thou say unto my servant David, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, I took thee from the sheepcote, from following the sheep, to be a ruler over my people, over Israel. And I was with thee whithersoever thou wentest, and have cut off all thine enemies out of thy sight, and have made thee a great name, like unto the name of the great men that are in the earth. Moreover, I will appoint a place for my people Israel, and I will plant them, that they may dwell in a place of their own, and move no more. Neither shall the children of wickedness afflict them any more, as before time. And as since the time that I commanded judges to be over my people Israel, and have caused thee to rest from all thine enemies, also the Lord telleth thee that he will make thee an house. And thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. According to these words, and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak unto David. Okay, so David begins to have this inkling that why should I have a house when the ark of God is just in a tent? Basically, they've been traveling around in a tent, what they call the tabernacle. And he's musing upon this, and he says it to the prophet, and the prophet Nathan says, okay, just be at rest, God has given this to you. And then God speaks to Nathan and says, look, I haven't told David to build me a house. I haven't asked for it. And as much as David will want to continue to build a house for him, ultimately it will be his son Solomon who will build the temple of God, where the ark will dwell. But it's the end of this particular reading that is the important point for us. And that is this promise that thine house and thy kingdom shall be established forever before thee. Thy throne shall be established forever. According to all these words and according to all this vision, so did Nathan speak unto David. And so it's this promise of God that there will always be an heir to sit on his throne. It becomes one of the foundations of the Messiah, right? The concept of the Messiah that the people of Israel looked forward to, and was ultimately fulfilled in the person of Jesus Christ, right? The second person of the Holy Trinity, God made man. So here we're reading, as we look throughout the Old Testament, we begin to see in hindsight, now that we're on this side of the cross and the empty grave, all of these ways in which God is preparing the people of Israel, and through the people of Israel, the rest of the world, for the salvation that is the gift of the heir of David, God's own son, right? God made flesh as the heir of David from that flesh. So it's important. So today is Tuesday. We do have 12:15 Holy Communion and 4 o'clock evening prayer, right? So join us in person or watch the live stream. Either way, let's say our prayers. Let us pray for each other. And may God give you a Tuesday that is full of blessings.